This video presents a really spectacular stabilized 1984 Tolly 43. Our contact information will be in the description section below the video. Stick around to the end for a sea trial and a walk around of the underwater hull. I hope you enjoy. Well, hello there. Right here we have a really fantastic 1983 Tollycraft 43. It's for sale in Vancouver right now. This boat's a real peach, and she's got all of the upgrades you'd possibly want, as well as really careful ownerships. This gentleman is on his second Tollycraft yacht, and this one is really spectacular. There's a mountain of invoices and spares and receipts that go along with the vessel that document all of her service. She has all of the preferred Tollycraft options that you want on a 43. She's NIAD stabilized. She has brand new fuel tanks. She has 2 diesel furnaces, one of which was new in the fall of 2022. In 2021, we installed an entire suite of brand new current model Furuno Navigation electronics, including an autopilot. She has a Watermaker, a washer dryer, and those really great 3208N cats, which give a very economical 8.5 to 9 knot cruise, and top out somewhere in the 14 and 15 knot range. Enjoy the video. There will be sea trial and underwater hull walk around closer to the end. Boarding through the transom door, you'll notice just how easy it is to move around the 43 Tolly. They really designed this boat with normal-sized people in mind. There are handhelds everywhere, and there are no spaces where you'll feel confined or claustrophobic. Nice big dinghy chocks, and that's served by a pole davit with an electric winch. All the way around the main deck you'll see a custom ultra deck installation, which is fantastic because it's not only quite nice looking, feels great underfoot, but it adds to the insulation value of the boat. Keeps the heat in and the heat out. Windows are in superb condition on this boat. There's no worries there. And another area of these boats which is difficult is the joint between the house and the Flybridge. On this boat, that was all addressed in 2015. There's an ideal windlass up here. It's remote controlled with foot switches at the bow. 325 feet of 5/16 chain Danforth anchor. There's a second anchor and rode stored within the boat. Here's a view looking back. She has the clear view windshield in the front of the bridge enclosure. Down the starboard side, she's got a new pair of air horns, and everything looks proper as it should. She has the reduced exterior wood on the outside, which is nice too. There's a dunnage box on the sun deck, which doubles as a seat. You can store everything you need in there. Let's head up to the sun deck. Deck was epoxied in our boathouse in 2021. Looks great. Got a nice mast. Vessel has an Intellian high-definition satellite television system. And our new Furuno NXT Doppler radar. Some custom stainless here on the davit. And we've installed a Lenco electric jack. And with a touch of a button you can raise or lower the mast one person, no problem, if you have to go in and out of a boathouse or a low bridge. Just to give you an idea of the Flybridge, visibility is excellent. Everything's close at hand. Got a color Furuno fish finder with a bronze through-hull transducer. It's 3 years old, in addition to all the new Furuno equipment that we installed in 2021. There's that new wiper motor on the Clearview windshield. This can be opened for ventilation if you wish. Here's a new ICOM M506 VHF radio, which is connected for DSC, digital selective calling, distress function. There's a propane-powered deep freeze up here, which is really handy. Got the fenders with the leather and sheepskin fender hooks and the custom embroidered covers. That device you see there is a Ferdell blipper, and what that does is it increases the boat's radar signature. It's like the world's most awesome radar reflector. Down below are the two vents for our dedicated diesel furnace. There's a Webasto furnace here on the bridge that all it does is heats the bridge. And it can really heat the bridge, so you're not going to worry about fogging up or being cool or cold up on the bridge. The nice thing is it has its own fuel tank up here on the bridge, which at the touch of a button, you can fill that fuel tank from the main tanks down below. The fully enclosed Flybridge is spacious, has excellent visibility. It's heated by a dedicated Webasto air furnace and boasts two custom flex steel seats for the pilot and the companion, ahead of another bench seat with storage below. All of our electronics were replaced in late 2021 with new current Furuno TZ products displayed on a large flat screen monitor, which is powered by its own dedicated pure sine inverter. This equipment includes a Doppler radar, charting, send and receive AIS, a brand new Furuno autopilot, and a NEMA 2000 network, which will help in the future to make new installations much more simple. Ahead of the helm there's a tempered glass clear view windshield with a multi-speed wiper and washer flanked by 18-foot 9 decibel VHF antennas. Moving into the engine room, past the washer dryer, you notice how bright it is. There are multiple LED light fixtures in here. Of great value is the absolute mountain of documentation about the vessel's life and service. All of the receipts are available, including over 17 years of Caterpillar finning, scheduled oil sample results, which of course were performed on every oil change. There are ports on the engine that facilitate sampling the oil from both the main engines and the transmissions. Mains are 3208 Caterpillars with twin disc gears driving 1 3/4 inch Aquamet propeller shafts and nibral bronze 3-bladed propellers. Spare propellers are provided aboard the vessel. Engine room is carpeted, bright and clean. Here you'll see an alarm transducer that will inform you on the bridge through a loud bell if you lose one of your impellers or cooling water feed flow. Both engines are thus equipped. New risers were installed on the engines in 2016 when both engines were removed from the vessel. Raycor 900 fuel filtration and a dedicated inverter for the bridge electronics reside on the aft bulkhead of the engine room, along with a fuel transfer pump that you can use to trim the vessel port to starboard in case you get a fuel imbalance for any reason. When the engines were removed from the vessel, they were delivered to a Caterpillar main dealer for full servicing front to back. All exterior pumps, hoses, and fittings were replaced as required, and brand new risers were installed. At the time, brand new fuel tanks were fabricated and installed in the vessel. They're heavy gauge aluminum, and the fuel tank support system, which can be a problem on these vessels, was re-engineered. They should be good for many, many years to come. There's a newer Torrid water tank. This is the fluid conditioner for the Naiad stabilizers. Fins were dropped, fin seals were changed, fluid was changed, and filter was changed on the unit at the time the engines were serviced. There is an absolute mountain of proprietary stip bears on board. There are tools available, some of which will transfer with the vessel. On the starboard side forward is a 2019 Magnum Energy MagnaSign 2812 inverter charger. At the time that was installed, all of the ship's blackwater plumbing was removed and replaced with new ball valves. pumps, and filters. There's a 35 gallon per hour Vantage Marine Watermaker with extensive both pre and post filtration to include UV sterilization also installed in the engine room. The large smart television in the salon is served by the in-motion high-definition Intelligent satellite television system. Passageways are generous, as are handholds. This boat is meant to go to sea. The furnace that heats the entire interior of the vessel was replaced with a brand new Webasto unit in the fall of 2022. The Tollycraft table is still on board, and the couch upholstery was replaced by Brad Boats 2 years ago. This converts into another double bed sleeping area. There's a removable entertainment cabinet on the starboard side, which contains the entertainment electronics and a U-line ice maker. The lower helm is a fully equipped second station. Sightlines are excellent. A convenient sliding man door to the right side, dedicated VHF, and a brand new Furuno autopilot control with rudder angle indicator. Galley is bathed with natural light, has custom solid surface countertops, propane range and oven, double stainless steel sink, microwave, and a newer NovaCool fridge and freezer. At this time, the propane control system, sniffer, and shutoff system was replaced with a new product. Three steps down to the master, you're greeted with a very bright space, windows all around, many of which open for ventilation. There's a walk-around island queen, solid stone countertops, beautiful teak, ensuite head with vacuum flush, and a full stall shower with exhaust fan. There's plenty of storage. There's a walk-in closet. There's storage on both sides, bookshelves, and lots of heat from the installed Webasto forced air heating system. Just for fun, here's a photo of the vessel in our boathouse in 2021 with a giant pile of Furuno boxes as we performed the new electronics installation. So here we are, as promised, on a great March day in 2023, pulling out of Vancouver Harbor. Looking over the transom, there's little to no smoke from these cats. They're in great shape. We're accelerating here, and I'll stop talking so you can enjoy the sounds. Well, I can't resist. We're up to about 9.5 knots now, which is the continuous cruise for the vessel. And she's humming along really nicely. The stabilizers are on. We're rock steady, heading out under the first narrows. No issues whatsoever. You get a bit of a look at some of the exterior teak. It's in really good shape. In the previous pictures, of course, it was all covered up with the Sunbrella winter covers. She just cuts right along. It's a great boat. The Tolly 43 is a superb cruising vessel, great hull, no issues at all, and a great day to go boating. So as promised, here we are on the lifter. These pictures and video were done in the fall of 2022 when we were servicing the shaft seals. Gives you an idea of the walk around. The boat's hull got a buff at this time. She's wearing blue micron. Get a look at that really nice sharp entry One of the reasons why these boats are so effective at taking a head sea easily. The hull is uncomplicated, it's smooth, it's incredibly robust. The bow section here is actually 3/4 of an inch thick, and I know that because I've installed a bow thruster in one of these boats in the past, and I actually have the piece and photographs of it. Simple, uncomplicated. You see the Naiad stabilizer fin and the blade that's in front of it to prevent any weed or rope or whatever from getting in the gap between the fin and the hull, which can be quite awkward to clear. So it's nice that she has those. Um, just a quick look as we walk past. The boat did not get painted at this time. It was painted later. You saw there the new B744 transducer for the Bridge Furuno color fish finder. Tollycraft gel coat is really good stuff. It's really robust. This boat has the Taco stainless steel and vinyl rub strip that's been replacing the original square aluminum one, so it looks really nice. She has V-struts, 1 3/4 inch Aquamet 22 propeller shafts. Propellers are 28 by 24 3-blade nibral bronze, and they carry the little zinc on the back here. Rudders are bronze, and she's such a good runner. You see the little vestigial keel there I'm pointing out? That keeps her going straight. Boat has excellent tracking. Trim tabs, not really used too much on one of these boats. She carries the spare shaft in the tube in the back, like the other Tollycraft boats do, but on this one, of course, it's mounted above the swim step. Slightly different swim step support. You get a good look at the hull. Propellers are large, they hang down low, makes her easy to handle. It's possible to drive this boat on one engine and still maneuver it. Well, if you've made it this far, I've just got to say thanks so much for following along. Hope you enjoyed the video, found it informative, and learned something about this great Tolly 43. She's really a terrific vessel, particularly because she's stabilized. You don't want one of these that's not stabilized. She has brand new fuel tanks. She has new Furuno electronics, a Watermaker, 2 diesel furnaces. She has a washer dryer, and she's ready to go. 17 years of oil samples, a mountain of invoices. I'd be happy to take you aboard at any time, start up every system, and demonstrate to you that you can feel confident in a vessel such as this. Here are our contact details. They will be repeated below the video in the description section. Give me a call, we'll get aboard, we'll start everything up. You can check everything and verify everything. All of the paperwork is there. And if it's a great day and we get along, maybe we can even go for a ride and you can see how well she runs. Thanks very much.